artists. So what we're going to do is now we are moving into our analytical drawing unit. So what I've started to do is something a little bit different than traditional drawing practices. Now that we've finished gesture, we can move into the analytical. This is, like I said, a little bit different. So what you're going to do is open up Google, okay, and then go to a new tab. And what you're going to type in is called SketchUp. Okay, and you might want to go SketchUp online free. That would work just fine. Okay. So what you want to make sure is it says for online 3D modeling, browser-based. Okay. All right, click on that. Might be a little bit slower, but it's not too bad. Okay, so then what you want to click on is Start Modeling. Okay. Okay, then it's going to ask you to sign in. Sign in with Google. Okay, and this says click your Central Valley email. If it's not right there, then just type it in. Same password. You're just signing in with Google. You get this nice, cool logo popping up. You'll know it's still working because it looks like it's pulsing. All right, so if it opens up like this, what you want to do is just go create new. Okay, simple templates, feet and inches. Okay. It's possible you might just open right up into a screen, and that's fine too. All right, so this is a new document, new thing. Okay. Now, what we're going to do first, we're going to go just kind of looking at a couple of these tools, showing you how they work. This first one is just the select tool. It's like a regular pointer. You can do quite a bit with it. One of the main things to do is we are just going to get rid of this lady person. When you click and drag, this is a click and hold and drag. So I have my mouse depressed. Now, if you drag it to the right, you can see that the box is solid. Okay, it is much different, and then it selects whatever is inside of the box. So anything that would be in the box is selected, but it has to be the whole thing. So if I try and select part of her, it won't work because this is like you have to have the whole unit encapsulated within a whole solid box. But if I click to the right of something and drag to the left, and I have this dotted line box, that means that anything that the dotted line contains or touches will be selected. This person is a whole unit, so it works pretty well. So we're going to then select that unit and hit backspace delete. Okay. Also would have worked something that you can do if you accidentally do something and you want to undo it. Control Z is an undo. Eraser would have worked. Okay. Kind of the same thing. Okay, this is a paint bucket tool. You select this and you get these cool swatches for different things that you can use. We're not going to use that right now, but just so you are aware. This is the line tool. If you click on it, you should get a pencil option and then the freehand option. Then we have the arc tool. Okay, these are a little more complex. We'll get to there. Rectangle tool. If you click that, you have a rectangle. Then there is a circle. There's a polygon, and there are 3D texts. We'll get into that. Push-pull tool. Okay, outer shell. We won't really use that. Move tool. Okay, we do need this. Click on that. You can also have a rotate tool and a scale tool. This is nice. A measurement tool. There's a few other things. We don't really use those much. This one mostly. This one you can use it to move your point of view around, or you can go here. And we've got a orbit tool. That's this first one that's there. It's like two green arrow and a red arrow kind of orbiting each other, a center point. Then we've got like this hand that helps you just kind of move back and forth. Okay, and then we have magnifiers, stuff like that. Okay, So we're going to go to the select tool. What we are going to do is we're just going to draw a little bit. So this is kind of how I've adjusted with the analytical drawing. Analytical drawing is more about accuracy and kind of understanding a three-dimensional object in space. So I kind of feel like this helps. Okay, so with the pencil tool, you can do quite a bit. I'm going to put that down. Okay, now this is like an infinite void of space, just like our paper is. You can really make something as big or as small as you want if I click. Now, this isn't a click and hold like we were doing with the grab tool, the select tool, or the eraser. I just click down. Now my hands are free, but you can see that I still have my pencil there. Now you can see there's axis, just like in math, but now we have a three-dimensional view of that, so we can go any way we want. Okay, and then you can see down here, there's length. Okay, now I did say it was infinite, so you could make something that was, let's say, 12, and then depending on what mark you put on it, if I put a single quotation mark, you can see right there down in the corner, if you pay attention down there, 12 single quotation mark, that is 12 feet. If I backspace one and I hold shift and hit the quotation marks and I have 2 marks, that's 12 inches. Okay, and it will change drastically how much you put on. Now, I said it was infinite, so let's go 12 feet. Okay, pretty big looking right there, but if I use my scroll window or my scroll on my pad and I look at it there, I can change quite a bit how much I'm seeing. I also recommend doing this with a mouse if you have one, because it's much easier than the scroll. Now, if I go down, kind of just moving in and out. Okay, I'm going to select that. Just demonstrating, this is not anything you have to do yet. We'll get to what you should be doing. I could go 12,000 feet. And you can see, like I said, infinite. But then all I have to do is scroll out, and it's not very big anymore. Okay, so this space that we see has lots of possibilities. You can go very big or very small. Conversely, since we just saw something very big, I could go here and go 2, hold shift, double quotation marks. Okay, and if I grab my move tool and I zoom in, I've got 2 inches of an object, but now I zoom way in and it doesn't feel that very small. Okay, so I could work with it and make something fairly elaborate that was quite small. So as I said, lots of possibilities. Okay, so what we are going to do, that one right there, you get back to where you need to be. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the rectangle tool. Okay, make sure you're selected on the rectangle. Okay, and I'm going to select and I'm going to move it out. You can see if I've got that dotted line in there, I've got a square. But what we're going to do is we're going to make a 12-foot, 12-foot square. Okay, now this, going back to that, will then bring me in closer to just that one specific area. Or I could use this viewfinder kind of magnifier with the window, zoom window, and it'll bring me right to it. All right, so now we have a rectangle square. All right, so what we're going to do with that is we are going to draw a circle in it. Okay, so we're going to click on the rectangle, go to the circle. Okay, now you can see that with these points, they kind of automatically snap to certain things. What we want to do is we want to try to snap towards the center, but look, we can't know exactly where that is, so we're going to kind of use some of our analytical knowledge. what we're going to do is we're going to put a line from point to point. You can see it snapped in there on the end point and to that one. Now what happens is we have a midpoint. Okay, now we're going to go back to that circle. Click on that midpoint. And then it's going to click on the midpoint here. And then if I click on it, just directly select, select, select. Now, if I use my orbit tool down here at the bottom, you can see I have a circle that fits perfectly inside a square. Okay. All right, so we've got a circle inside a square. What we're going to do is we are going to do it again. So you'll have two of these. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to select a rectangle. You can make this one whatever you want. Don't make it too big. Let's keep it under 100, 10 feet, comma, 10 feet. Okay. Now I've got this one here. I'm going to do it again. So I need to get closer so I can kind of see what's going on. Okay. Now I'm going to drag. Now again, this is a click action and move. So my hand won't be on there. So click on the endpoint. Look, my hand's there. It's still there. Okay, and then I'm going to click on this corner. There we go. I'm going to hit escape. Okay, I'm going to go here and to the circle. Find my midpoint. Okay, I'm going to drag it till it clicks to this midpoint. I mean, I could take it further and then I would have a square and a circle. But what we're going to do is just going to go here, click, and what we're going to do is find your select tool. Click on those lines. Once you draw something in and it crosses paths, it becomes separate segments. There we go. Okay, so now we have two of those. Yay. What next? So then what we're going to do is do this push-pull tool right there. Okay, and you're going to make sure you click on that one. Okay, now when you hover over something, you can see that all these tiny little blue dots over whatever surface you hover over. We're going to select that, and then you pull up. Okay, now you can see that my distance down here in the corner changes as I move it. Okay, and I just clicked. Again, look, hands free. It could be still moved. I just clicked on that. Now what I'm going to do is, since I have my hands free, I can go type and go 5 feet. Hit enter, and look, now it's right there, moved. We're set at 5 feet. Okay, and it looks like we have an above ground swimming pool. Pretty cool. With a little patio kind of footprint of concrete next to it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to leave this right here. All right, we need one more step before we go. Okay, I'm going to move over here. Okay, now we're going to click on this paint tool. Okay, now with this you have lots of options. Okay, in model, okay, viewpoints. We can kind of look through these. I encourage you to kind of explore, view more options, view list. This is when just changing how it looks. Okay, if we go search. Okay, lots of cool options. You can scroll through here. You could just go colors, glass mirror, metal, stone. What we're looking for is water. Okay, pick one of these. Okay, still have the paint bucket tool. I clicked on that one, and I click on there, and look, hey, I've got some cool water. Okay, now there's a difference. If I hit Control Z, it undoes that. Now there's a difference. These ones that have this line going through the middle, these are transparent ones. So if I click on that, now I can see through it. It's like real water, sort of. Okay, so what we've been doing, what we're looking at is we have made, click on this one, we have made a footprint for our pool, and then we just made a new one. Okay, so just kind of lightly exploring what you could do with analytical drawing. This isn't anything too crazy. So now what do we do for the next step? Next week's assignment will be a little more complex, but since it's the first analytical drawing, we're keeping it simple and getting you used to what you could do. If you want to do this and more, go for it. I encourage it. Would love to see what else you make. But what's our next step? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go save. It's going to open this up. You want to double click on SketchUp. Okay, I encourage you to make folders. I love making lots of folders. Okay, it's going to go to analytical drawing. I've got a couple of things right here. Okay, but all you would have to do is name it. So we're going to go with pool. Okay, save here. There we go. Okay. Now what's next? How do we get this to the Google Classroom link, right? So we're going to click this, and then I'm going to export, okay? And then I'm going to go with PNG. This will be just an image. There we go, export as PNG. You could also take a screenshot of this. Now I want to see show in folder. Where is this at, okay? Okay, it shows it's in my drive. Looks like it's just kind of in the general area. If I need to move it, if I have a lot of things going on and I wouldn't be able to find it, I could move it now. I could right click it and then go cut and then move it. But I know where it's at, so I'm okay with that. So I'm going to close this window. I'm going to then move down here. I'm going to go to classes. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is you would normally go to your class and do this, but I have a special class created so I can demo these kind of things. Okay, now I'm going to go to classwork. Okay, now we're going to go to practice. This is where I just upload things. Okay, so I'm going to talk to my teacher. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to go to add create. I'm going to go file. Okay, now this goes upload. Okay, my drive starred. You might be able to find it in recent. Let's see. Yep, so that's there, or you could go to my drive and then find it specifically. Add, turn in. Hey, look, and I'm done. All right, so the idea with this, your goal is to make the pool footprint and then a actual pool. So you can always rewatch this video to make sure you follow the steps with how to do it. I would recommend doing that. Watch it through once and then watch it again as you go. What you're doing is you're making that square, putting a circle inside of it, and then you're doing it a second time and raising up that square. You can change the sizes to whatever you want. Again, like I said, keep it under 100 feet. That would be best. And that's it. If you have questions, please feel free to contact me. Hope you all have a great week, and good luck.